Well, it's Wednesday again, and my silver lining definitely has to be that I've actually got my video up on the right day. A definite improvement from last week. First up is S, because that's what my name begins with. So for S, I chose silly, because I definitely can be incredibly silly quite a lot of the times, and that leads us quite nicely onto my challenge, because my response to it is incredibly silly. So my challenge this week was from Viv, and she challenged me to write a poem about one of my favourite Harry Potter characters, which is ample revenge for the song challenge I set her last week. This poem is, well, it doesn't rhyme very well, and it doesn't scan very well, but I'm rubbish at poetry, so I tried my best anyway, and it is called To My Dear Remus Lupin. See if you can guess who's writing it before I actually say. Yay, bad poetry. To my dear Remus Lupin, your hair is fast fading to grey, and, I have to say, your cowardice should be a sin. Snape may have greasy hair and sallow skin, he might even, black claims, be gay, but he is still a student, you are still a prefect, though I cannot begin to guess where the better options went. You fail even to control a rabbit, my dear Lupin. You fail even to refer to it openly. A fairy little problem? To make you moan? Is that what I am? See you next summer, when you return home. Love, Nibbles the rabbit. P.S. Bring carrots. I did warn you it was daft, I think, and I'm not very good at poetry. A is for accent poem, which I believe I have already mentioned now. I've either mentioned it here or I've mentioned it on Twitter, but I think I mentioned it on Twitter actually because it was when I gave myself another concussion. Don't ask. If you don't know already, you probably don't want to. M stands for mothering because quite often I can be a bit of a mother hen. Quite often with my friends I need to be, because they're all, hey, let's go out and get drunk and go in a taxi with a man we don't know and who isn't actually licensed to drive a taxi. And I'm there sort of going, no, let's call your parents. So moving away from adjectives, more on to my second A stands for animals because I'm a big animal lover. I've always been brought up with animals. Let's say yen. N is next. Oh god, I nearly forgot to spell my name. N stands for not enough N. T. T stands for tea, unbelievably. I like tea. I absolutely love tea. Call me stereotypically English if you like. I don't care. I just love tea. It has to have milk in it though, it doesn't taste nice without milk. And of course H is for happiness because, well, everyone likes to be happy, unless they like being miserable. Third A, finally, I've come to the end of my A's. I've come to the end of my name. I'm getting sick of A. I need to take a few of the A's out of my name. I'm going for animation. Oh yes. Because animation doesn't just restrict it to anime, which I do love, it also, not an empty Mountain Dew bottle, not my deodorant, not even my glasses case. It allows me to bring in X-Men. Oh yes. I wish there was an X in my name, but there's not. Anyway, my challenge this week is for Andy, I think. I think that's who I gave it to. I think it's also the one where I said, tell me about your first pet. And if you've never had a first pet, make up an outrageously untrue story about a first pet. If it's about a rabbit, name it Nibbles. If your true story is actually about a rabbit and its name is Nibbles, that's weird. I would love that. Can I change my silver lining? My silver lining is now that I bought Supernatural Season 5 today. That's a much better silver lining than just getting a video on the right day. That's my silver lining. Andy, I'll see you on Friday.